Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. It has been a hot minute since I played a discard deck, so I wanted to get one in here before the new TMNT set comes out next week. So this is a mono black discard list, and what I wanted to do with this one is spice it up a little bit to go after those graveyard decks. And how I did that was with Leyline of the Void. With Leyline of the Void, anything that goes to the graveyard ends up getting pitched. If you have this into play and you have those lesson decks or the graveyard decks where they're feeding stuff from their graveyard, gets rid of all that. It goes to exile. You don't even have to worry about that. So the draw spell that the lessons deck has that relies on having lessons in the yard won't draw that much because they don't have lessons in their yard if this Leyline is in play. So that's kind of the whole idea here. Kind of a neat way to do it. It also pairs well with Ashiok. Ashiok has those creatures that you can create, and anytime you exile a card or a card gets put into exile, you put +1/+1 counters on the tokens. If you have Leyline and Void in play and you have tokens, any card, whether you're killing their creatures, forcing them to discard, it puts those +1/+1 counters on those tokens, which is really kind of nice. We'll go through the deck list here. We do have 2 Duresses, 2 Ruthless Negotiations, 3 of Anti-Sentence. I really like this discard spell. This is from the new set. Target opponent reveals their hand, choose a non-land permanent card from it. That player discards that card. And then also target creature gets -1/-2, or sorry, -2/-2 until end of turn. You get to pick one of those. Nice to have a little bit of removal spell as well as a discard spell. Bandit's Talent, obviously the classic discard spell. Bitter Triumph is just a nice one to also hit planeswalkers, lands, whatever. Man lands, I should say. Burglar Rats, we have 2 in here. The reason why we got the Burglar Rats is because we want to use them to turn on the Battlecruiser. Battlecruiser, 4 casting cost. Whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 3 life. This is a really nice win condition in this deck, so keep that in mind that you want to turn this on as best as you can. We have 4 Momentum Breakers, just a nice way to get rid of creatures, hexproof creatures, things like that. Able to also allow them to discard a card if they don't have creatures. Just a little bit of ramp here with Terminus Return. This is kind of a neat one. This is the Eclipse. This is going to allow you to basically ruin their day at the beginning of the game. The nice thing about this is you can actually look through their hand and kind of pick through it with the anti-sentence and choose which creatures you want to discard based on what the Eclipse can't get rid of if you have that in your hand. So it's a good thing to realize and kind of work around. Battlecruiser, obviously we mentioned that one. Leyline of the Void we mentioned as well. Rankle's Prank, just a fantastic one. Discard, you can choose one or more of these. Discard 2 cards, each player loses 4 life, and each player sacrifices 2 creatures of your choice. You don't have many creatures in your deck, so obviously sacrificing 2 creatures is going to be huge for you, and you're usually going to want to do that discard 2 cards thing. Obviously, the lose 4 life is going to all depend on the game and where it is, but the nice thing is you get to pick whether that happens or not. Ashiok, we mentioned that, has different abilities here. Get to look at the top 2 cards of your library, exile one of them and put one in your hand. You have to create 2 1/1 Nightmare tokens, and then that bottom one, target player exiles the top X cards of their library, where X is the total mana value of cards you own in exile. We do have sweepers. We got 2 deadly cover-ups. These deadly cover-ups are here for collecting evidence. Really nice for a sweeper, but we did put 2 villainous wraths in there as well. We just wanted a way to get that last bit of damage in, especially if they have a go wide strategy. Villainous Wrath is really nice. So if you get them down fairly low with the Bandit's Talent and they drain their hand but go wide, this actually can help clean up, which is really handy. We do have 2 wrenches in here as well. I really was enjoying this one. I don't normally put wrench in a discard deck, but this was a kind of a neat one. You get to grab stuff out of their deck. A lot of times you can get their removal spells or just get rid of that stuff that annoys you and play it against them. That's huge in this deck for that. We do have 4 Realm of Co's. So the reason why we do that is also because it helps turn on Battlecruiser with the 1/1s. But it's also nice to get those unblockable spirit tokens as well. And then 20 Swamps. If you could, subscribe to the channel. I post daily deck videos, and if you would like to see those every single day, subscribe. Otherwise, like the video. Really does help out the channel. Let's get into gameplay. All right, we go first here. Quite a bit of removal, or discard, I should say. We'll keep it. The rest first turn. Always a nice starter. Ooh. So they got a bunch of counters. I'm not too worried about the counters too much. Don't really care about that. That one doesn't matter. Maybe we do go after that. Neither of those are permanents either. That's the frustrating thing, so we can't even use that. Get that out, have them sacrifice a card. Or discard a card. We'll get rid of a land, I'm guessing. Do have the counter up. I think we'll fire this off. See what they got going on. We're hoping they either cast this or we're able to get something. Could just be a dead card, though. Ah, got it. Surprised they just didn't counter it. I suppose we had 2 mana available. So it is a dead card, but we did get that out of their hand. Really wish we would have had Phantom Interference out of their hand, but it is what it is. Got Wretch. Wretch is going to get countered. Rankle's Prank is going to get countered. I'll just create a creature, I suppose. Well, now we can Rankle here. I think we still hold off on that. Maybe we try a Deadly Cover-Up. Let's do this. We'll attack in here. Get the 1 point of damage in. We'll Deadly Cover-Up, which I'm expecting them to counter. They're only saving a 2/2 if they're countering, but they also realize it gets rid of our 1/1. There I go. Okay, I'm okay with that. Now we kind of opens the gates for our other cards. Maybe we'll start with the Wrench. Siren. We're hoping they don't have a counter. And its talent is interesting. Let's do this. We can take a land if we want to cast Bandit's talent. Get the airbend that. Well, now we need a sweeper, I guess. Prank ain't gonna quite do it, I don't think. Because they'll only go after these two. Shelter's very strong. Or they'll go after these two. You can put Shelter on Librarian. Ooh. Okay. Now if we kill this, we'll get that back. And kill another creature. I ain't doing it. Man, I can prank. Let's attack in first. We're at 4 there. Let's cast this, make them discard. I guess it doesn't matter, but we just wanted to get that out of our hand. Prank. We don't want to lose 4 life. Go that route. You're going to be left with 1 creature. They have to keep the Siren, otherwise they lose all their creatures. And then we can wrench. And hopefully we find a solution for the other Siren with the wrench. Ooh, we got Seamrip. Vanishing Light. Seamrip's pretty good. We also have a Shelter. Even Interrupter's not bad. Avatar's Wrath is not bad. Kind of like Shelter to gain some life. Okay, we'll cast that. We'll target that. Yes. Auto pay that. Get Momentum Breaker back. Kill Siren. And then we can do this. And they'll start taking damage. And we can gain life with Shelter next turn. See what they got going on. We should have probably cast the Ashiok first. They would have had a counter anyways. As awkward as it is, I think we're going to do this. We can sacrifice our Momentum Breaker to gain life as well. GG's. One goes first on this one. This is a little slower hand, but if we can get up to 5, we'll be in pretty good shape, I think. I should say this is a really slow hand. Really should have mulliganed it, but I want to take a chance, I think. I guess they're on the play, aren't they? Which makes it even rougher. Oh yeah, we're in trouble. Looks like we're going to get up to 5 in time. Oh, that's not so bad. Burglar Rats first. They want to airbend it, that's fine. You know what, second thought, I should have done Bandit's talent. Because now they're going to bend. Which I think I'm okay with. Oh, it couldn't do anything. They're down pretty low already. Turn that on. We'll tack in. Still need to find one more land here. Okay, they Riddlered out. Okay, we have Riddler permanent to get card draw. Now we definitely need to get up to our sweeper. Well, we're going to have our sweeper on next turn. We'll turn this on. No decks. Unfortunately, I think we're in trouble here next turn. They're going to have counters up. Hoping they overcommit. And they do. Do still have one available. Alright, Flash Portal, that's fine. Or Splash Portal. Gonna take 8 here? Yeah, 2 Flittering Nuisances. Unfortunately. Flash that. Alright, well, we're going to deadly cover up. He keeps drawing off of the Riddlers. Another one, too. Okay. Momentum Breaker. Well, this is awkward because we're just one land away from really doing all the stuff we want to do. I think we have to get rid of that. There we go. They have 5 cards in hand, unfortunately. Shepherd. And that one's going to sit there and trigger multiple times. We've seen, what, 3 of the Quantum Riddlers. See if he casts other stuff. Momo. He's probably going to save these to throw on Momo. I'm hoping he casts. There we go. He's only down to two. He's down to 2 cards in hand. Okay, he's gonna be able to get 1 more card in hand. My turn. We're gonna do a sweep here. Collect evidence. I think we go after Starfield because we already got rid of 3 of the quantums. Although the quantum is annoying. Just don't know if we'll have more. They got Pixie and Nuisance. Okay, they can return Ascension. Momentum Breaker can get rid of the Pixie if he doesn't cast his Nuisance. Okay. We'll get him for some damage here. We get a land, we can double. Sure. Let's Momentum Breaker. Let's grab Wrench. Shelter seems really good. Splash seems pretty good. Let's do that because we can splash Wrench. That's flying. We need to get an instant speed. And we're probably just going to end up dying to the anchorage, unfortunately. I mean, we can put Shelter on this and attack in. I don't think it matters to get rid of one of those. Let's go after this. We'll attack in. Gain a little life. I think we gotta get this down. Try to find some solutions here. If we do this to start, so we can start threatening them as well. Okay, they'll attack in. Yeah, they can start pumping this thing up. Shelter by Ghost is a really good draw for them. I can just splash. I can splash Wrench to get rid of their Shelter, but then they get their Nuisance back. think we might need to do that. Wow, they got close. Go after Ashiok. We need to find a bitter triumph, I think.
Unappreciated in my time.
Got Bandit's talent. I attack in with this, splash it. Start with this. Make them discard the card, okay. Again, Momentum Breaker. We'll all attack in. I'm going to splash this. Grab the shelter and grab... Ang would be kind of interesting. Go after that. We'll fire this up. I'll take 4 damage. I love that we're doing this to a control deck with discard. GG's. Alright, opponent goes first on this one. We do have quite a bit of discard, so we'll try it. Okay, this is going to be a rough go, I think. Pierce, okay. That gets rid of a card just like if they would have discarded it. Actually would have rather. I'm actually glad they got rid of the Spell Pierce. Let's do a Momentum Breaker. Because this is worse than the Bandit's talent. That's fine. I'm happy with that too. Now we'll start with the Bandit's talents. Hopefully they don't have another disc or counter. Nice. Can bounce this, but I don't think they want to bounce that back to our hand. It worked out really well. They wasted their counter spells. This is the one that they actually wanted to counter. Which just means next turn's Bandit's talent might be really good too. Hopefully. Interesting. Alright, we'll crank this up to level 2. Alright, let's try another Bandit's talent. Gonna counter this one. That one gets through too. That surprises me. Okay, it's the Lessons deck. We need to get our Graveyard Hate here. got the crab out. We also can get up the deadly cover-up would be good. Yep. Well, we might just deadly cover up. Well, we got the Bitter Triumph. I think we're going to have the Bitter Triumph and then hopefully draw a land for deadly cover-up. It's got some instant speed. Okay, you did counter it. Did find our card. There we go. 6. Can go after the crab, maybe? That's flash. That's annoying. He has land in hand, so he's playing off the top of his deck. How many flocks does he have? He does have 4 flocks. Dragon Storms. I mean, that's his only creatures. Interesting. Alright, well that tells us that we should go after the flocks next. Oh. Okay. They start taking damage. Think we go for the wrench rather than the card draw. Into the Flood Moss, pretty good. Winter Knight's not bad. The Flood Moss seems good too. Oh, that's a bummer. They didn't have a creature to discard, though. Okay, sleight of hand. They're getting their card draw going. Okay, they're up to 2 cards. We can Momentum Breaker. Guess we just Momentum Breaker here, make them discard. Okay, that's good. I didn't even notice that he had those in his deck. Okay, so he has more creatures. Let's turn this on so we can get the card draw going. Take some damage. Okay, that's fine. Just bounce that back to his hand. He does have 2 in hand. Did opt. Okay, we're gonna draw a card now. Actually no, he's back up. Jesus. Leyline of the Void's an interesting one. He's down to 2 cards. I think we do this, though. I think Leyline's just a little too late at this point. Bitter's interesting. Discard, discard. Don't really want to destroy that. We can also bounce wrench and then recast it if we want to. Yeah, I think we just destroy it. Gotta discard a card, unfortunately. Can't take that 3 damage. Does he have a counter spell? Like, we still gotta bounce that. We just can't risk the life here. They can just recast it. Oh, they chose to get the card draw off of it. Oh, we got another wrench. I guess I try attacking in. We might want to grab a land. Smell Stare. Draw a card and discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, it deals 3 damage to target creature. Got Burst Lightning. I could do it this turn. Really not great ones, actually. Draw 3. I guess we can double burst. Spell Snare might be pretty good. Especially if he has a Dragon Hunt in hand. Non-elemental, so he's going to bounce that. Okay. We're going to take 4 damage. Does he have a burn spell is the question. We never were able to sacrifice this. Okay. I think we might just burst lightning here. Okay, he got his card draw to get him above the threshold. There'll be 3 cards here. Do we go for this? I think we do. Okay, we need to be able to bounce his creature. Burst lightning. Yeah, if there's 2 burst lightnings, we would have been able to do it. Gain 4. We're only at 1 life though, so. This is really awkward. Well, he's going to kill our creature with this anyway, so I think it's just GG's. Alright, we go first in this one. Let's keep it. We got a Leyline in there too, which is nice. Let's hope we go against the graveyard deck here. Force them to exile something. What kind of a deck are they playing? Okay, Mountain. Okay, it's a Boros aggro deck. I guess we do this. Try to survive as long as we can. It's interesting they didn't cast anything on turn 2. I would have expected them to have something. Unless they're scared that I have open mana, I'm not sure. Took damage, they're casting something. See, that's weird. Unless they want to give it hexproof. I think we'll wait for one more creature to come out there. We can prank, force them to discard. Gonna pump it. It's damage. Really hoping for another creature. That's a shame. Well, I guess we got this, so that's one way to get rid of it. Also gives us a way to gain a little life, which is nice. We need to get a 5th land. Hopefully we pick up one of our special lands we can create a creature with. Turn on Battlecruiser. Let's get this out. Would have much preferred to have this turned on when I do this. Okay, show off. Can they kill me in 1 turn? Double Rankle's prank. I think we need to do it that way. It's a bummer. We're losing 2 good cards, but we need to get that show off removed. Get their cards out of the hand. We can turn on our card draw next turn. Either that, if we get a land, we could just cast Ruthless Negotiation and get a draw that way. Okay. Need to find some removal. Ooh, that's strong. He got some lucky top deck there. What does he go after? He should be going after Bandit's talent. That does remove. We need to find a land. Hold on here. Can't cast that. Or this is unfortunate. Yep. Well, we found our land. We can at least get rid of that and force them to discard. We don't really need to get rid of anything. We could just cast that straight out. There's no point in what we actually did there, but it doesn't really matter to us. That seems pretty good. Try to find some shelter's going to be really good here. Helix is going to be really good here. This might hurt us, but we'll see. Okay, I think we're good there. We turn that on. Probably want to keep Helix open. Alright, we can create a creature here. Alright, now we're in really good shape. We can turn this on. Attack in. We attack in, or do we just get this going? Yeah, we attack in. Because that also increases our momentum breaker, which is nice. I mean, we're going to attack him with the spirit anyways. Let's just keep attacking in. He does have 2 cards, so we're not getting our draw anymore. That's fine. I'm going to put this on there. We need to gain a little more life. See if they kill it. They do. Maybe we should have went after our spirit. We got this for gaining life. Attack in here. They didn't take damage because they kept 2 cards in hand. That was smart on their part. Villainous Wrath. Take a little bit to fire this up, doesn't it? I guess 2 turns isn't too bad. We can fire that up next turn. And we'll get this out. Still have the Helix up. Oh, that was dumb. Could have turned on our Co. No point in casting that. Okay, ever hurt? Ever hurt. We go after that. That wins him the game. I should have just let him attack in. But no, we can still pump here. They can cast Sheltered by Ghost. And then go after Battlecruiser. They don't go after Battlecruiser. Let's Villainous. I guess we first attack in. Villainous. We're forcing him to discard. It was 2 lands, too. Takes 6 damage. Pump that up. Down to 1. Oh, we got lucky in this one. GG's. All right, we got 4 land. The rest, we'll keep this one. Yeah, that last one, I should have grabbed the counterspell and the land. Unless I dropped the land, I can't remember. But I needed to have an extra land there to be able to counterspell and remove the creature. Yeah, we'll submit that. Duress the Hyperblade. 3 creatures. Bandit's Talent's going to do a little bit of work here. Didn't want the land there, unfortunately. Saboteur is going to be pretty strong here. Oh, he got rid of 2 lands. Wow. All right, our sweep. Oh, this isn't too bad here. Let's get this down. It's going to be a little awkward here. If we do this, I think we do all those. As much as I hate throwing away the Wrath. They do start taking damage. We can get our draw going as well. Not next turn, obviously. Need a land for Ashiok. A Momentum Breaker. That's a good one. That's a really good bat for them. We need to find some removal here.
Finally, a world that appreciates my talents.
I guess we'll do this way, just in thinking we might get a land next turn to cast Ashiok. Well, we definitely got a land. We get Ashiok down.
Is an empty canvas for my art.
We're gonna start going wide. I think we plus here. Oh, that's good. We'll exile that one.
Trauma from which
We'll start getting a lot of damage in with that. And then we'll get our card draw going. Ooh, Bloodletter is insane. We did not find any help there. Let's plus. Need to find removal.
such enticing thoughts.
That is not great. That's 8 damage, isn't it? Alright, I think we're just kind of toast here, unfortunately. We could have had a blocker if I would have not done that, but can't kill anything with this. Can't block with the spirit. Most we can do is get him down 4 here. Unfortunate we didn't find, just got too much land here. Yep, they got us. Can sack this, but that's about it. GG's. Alright, we got 3 land here. A little bit of discard, Terminus of Return, and Leyline of the Void is kind of nice. We'll try this one. Hopefully we're playing against a discard deck. We're seeing a lot of those lately. Barons. I think we'll just look at their hand first. Okay, Goblin deck. Squad is going to be annoying. A lot of these are going to be annoying, actually. I think we get rid of this first. I just don't want them to go too wide too fast. We need to find one of our sweepers, though. Sweeper is definitely needed. Alright, we got it. The question is, do we wait 1 turn? I can create 2 1/1s. This will be 3. They can still attack in. I don't have haste, right? Not yet. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. Get Ashiok down. He can tack in for 6. We can block 2 with this.
Leave no mind unspoiled.
This will go down to 1 if he attacks all into that. Okay, we are going to take quite a bit of damage here, though. Guess I wasn't expecting to have haste. I forgot that the haste was on the heavy. That was a mistake on my part. Do no block. Five. We only have 5 there. Let's do this. We take quite a bit of damage. Probably end up... No, that's not good. We'll sacrifice our token next turn as long as it survives. I guess it doesn't matter. We're not returning anything from a yard. Much land. Can't sacrifice that, fortunately. Could have waited till our end of their turn to do that. Well, that's awkward. Gain 3 life here. We're getting a little lucky. Ooh, wrench. I don't know if we should have just burst lightning. Can plate 1. be the thing to do. Otherwise, we got Burst Lightning. We can do 3 damage. They're down to 6. I think this is the play. Either that or we just do this with this. Let's do that. Oh, that didn't kill him. Oh, it's when it dies you put the counter on it. Okay. Which we could still do. We can do that. Let's do that. They'll leave a creature left over. Lose 1 life. Get a creature. We can deal 4 damage to them. 3 here. Can't believe we actually pulled this out. GG's. Alright, opponent goes first. We do have a little bit of ramp. Hopefully they have creatures. Small creatures. We'll keep it. We're looking for like a Badger Mole Cub deck. Okay, we don't have that. We have Kona. Probably get a ramp down right away. Maybe it allows us to double spell. The Wrath might come in handy. Okay, they stock up here. That's not great, considering we want to discard stuff. They're probably going to discard their Waking Haven to the Momentum Breaker. Bandit's talent would have been better there. That could have forced them to do a non-land card, basically. Unless they want to get rid of 2. I'm expecting this to go. Yeah. All right, let's see if they go off here. We do have a sweeper. Oh, they don't. They don't have Kona yet, or at least they don't have their combo. Try to find some instant speed removal on our side. Otherwise, Ruthless is just going to be the play. Well, that's pretty good. They have the 1 Kona. They have the double. Okay, so they got the full combo here. We can get rid of Kona. We need a lot more discard if we're going to face this thing. And we want to get rid of Omniscience as well. I think we do this one. Get rid of their... Got the card draw, unfortunately. So if they find Kona here, I think we're in trouble. Alright, they didn't find Kona yet. Guess we just do this and try to find discard. Well, targeted discard. We'll exile this one. We'll keep the Bitter Triumph. Unfortunately, we don't have enough land to hold that up for Kona. We can get through one more turn, which I don't think we can. Get rid of the stock up. Does it mean he has a Kona? Because you want the stock up there if you're going to go off. Interesting. Well, I think we start threatening.
Leave no mind unspoiled.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could do this and still hold off the Bitter. At least those grew. We can wrench next turn. Oh, he just found one of his important parts there. He doesn't have protection from his creatures, so even if he drops a Kona here, do this. Looks like he's still searching for what he can find, or for his parts. Let's see here. What do we want? That's pretty good. Can flash this in and put stun counters. That doesn't really do a whole lot. Huh. Exile. Seems pretty good. Let's plus. And we will keep that one, so we will get rid of this one. Okay. Back in, we got 6 damage there. We're set up pretty good here, I think. Okay, he's got Kona. Probably could have... Oh, I can't counter that. Okay, we can... He can counter this. We'll pay 3 life. Does he have a counter spell? He does. We should have kept... I guess we really couldn't have. We had to cast that out. Alright, you can go off now. Unfortunately. GG's. Alright, we'll start with this one. We got the Leyline of the Void. We're just still trying to find that graveyard deck that we can play against here. And this isn't it. Bandit's talent down. Eclipse is going to do some work here, I think. Crank, okay, it's the Goblin deck. They must have another Cranko, I'm guessing. Oh, that's a bummer. That makes... Eclipse can kill everything here. I think we still do the Eclipse, or do we just wait a turn? Let's drop the rats, and then we'll wait a turn, and Eclipse. We can fire this up too. Because we're setting them up pretty good for a sweep here. I want to see him go a little wider. Okay. Okay, they can't pay for that either. I mean, can't block that. We can block that. And we're good here for the sweep. Then we got another sweep with one more land here. Then we can follow it up with Rankle's Prank. Do need to get cards out of their hand so we can get Bandit's talent kind of firing. That's unfortunate, but we can get that fired up. Should hopefully be able to get it within the next 2 card draws. That's pretty solid. That gives him 2 cards, so he negated my card draw by doing it that way. Oh, never mind. That's fine. Give me land. Oh, we didn't see a land. We can discard that. I guess we do this just because of the ability to get rid of Bastronauts and get rid of their hand. I think we hold off on the loss of life. I think we get Deadly Cover Up and Leyline. That assures us the card draw next turn as well. Squelcher, alright. Doesn't do anything when you got a sweep. Yes, I think we just do this. Get some removal from them, maybe? Create tokens. We got Torch to Towers. That's an interesting one. Let's grab that one. All right, GG's. All right, well, we built this deck for the graveyard decks, but unfortunately just didn't really face them too much. The deck played about what I thought it would. It had some good matchups, had some really bad matchups. It's definitely one of those decks where you're probably going to end up in that 50 to 60% range when you're playing it, as long as you're playing it well. It has some really bad matchups, though, so you could go on a streak of really poor games, unfortunately. But it is discard. It's mono black. It's fun. I mean, what's better than casting a Rankle's Prank and having them discard 2 cards and sacking 2 creatures? Just a fun deck all around. Really enjoyed having Wrench in this deck as well. I'm I'm starting to think that I'm not a huge fan of Ashiok, because you can see in most of these games, all it was is just basically a look at 2 cards and pick one for most of it. Otherwise, it was just create 2 creatures and block and get rid of those creatures. I think there was only one game that this actually really helped me win with the creature exile strategy on it. But it makes sense when you have the Leyline of the Voids in the deck. But all in all, interesting, fun deck to play. If you could, hit that subscribe button below. I post daily deck videos for you to watch. And like the video also. That does help out the channel. And have a fantastic day.